What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/Cubcamtv for this, another edition of Requested Live. It's Christmas Eve. First of all, I want to send a massive shout out to each and every one of you joining us, each and every one of you who has been a part of the channel this year. It's been so much fun to put this channel stuff together, just in general, to be making all these videos, to be getting the reaction that we're getting. It's been absolutely incredible, and a lot of that is down to you guys getting involved. So a massive shout out to each and every one of you who has been involved over that time period. We are getting into Requested Live. This is a Christmas Eve special, so we're going to be going for an hour or so, and yeah, I'm very excited to get into the conversation. There are loads of things that we need to be discussing. First of all, I do want to open up the conversation by having a quick talk about this, this Ed Sheeran remix of Peru. First of all, what are your thoughts? I'm assuming people will have listened by now. It dropped about an hour ago, and obviously it's having a big impact. It's a tune that a lot of people have been waiting for. It's a tune that a lot of people have been unsure about whether it would work or not. Me personally, I think it definitely did work. I really enjoyed the I really enjoyed the track itself. I really enjoyed the overall layout of it. I think Ed Sheeran did a fantastic job of adding to the tune without making it too much about him. He more paid homage, I feel, to the original. But yeah, very, very excited to see it land, and obviously the reaction it's getting. You can check out the full reaction to that one on the channel once this stream is finished. I have already uploaded it. Won't lie, I was sat here waiting for it to land. But do let us know your thoughts on that one. Out to everyone joining us nice and early. KXVU in the chat. Good to see you. Out to John Brown. Out to Steve 009. Loads of stuff for us to get into. Out to Brent De Caesar. How are we all doing? How's our Christmas Eve looking? I'm very excited. I've got a lot of stuff to do today. Still got to wrap a few presents, which isn't great. And also, I am going to be doing a very exciting shoot at 6 p.m, which you'll find out a little bit more about over the next few days. But we will be recording a very exciting shoot then. As always, friends, please make sure you are hitting that like button on the right hand side of the page. It makes a massive difference if you are locking in. It means more people are able to see the stream. The quicker we get those likes up, the quicker we actually get onto other people's timelines, and we can get more and more people into this chat and turn it into a much wider kind of listening experience, getting a lot more people involved, which is what I'm very keen to do moving forward. However, we have already got a load of reactions in. Out to KXVU. You were first today, so we're going to get into one of yours first. You've listed about 6, so let me know which one you would like us to get into to begin with. That's what we need to do. We need to establish which track we want to get into first, so let me know out of your list which one you want us to get into first. Obviously, if we get time, we'll go back and visit a few more of them. We do one request per person to begin with, and then we start going back. Out to Joey saying, "Sup guys, Merry Xmas in advance." Merry Christmas, my friend. I hope you have a good one. I've just realised I'm wearing possibly the least Christmassy attire possible. Literally luminous blue hat and a luminous orange shirt. But we move. What's everyone's Christmas plans? What's everyone doing? What's everyone up to? Is everyone doing anything crazy? I'm going out to the pub later on to see a load of my school friends, which is always good to see. We've got a bit of a tradition between my school group. We all go to a pub that's near us where we used to go when we were younger, and we have a very enjoyable Christmas Eve and get probably a little bit too waved before the actual Christmas day, but it's always good fun. So there we go. Right, we're going to get into this one. It was heavily requested on the last live stream as well, so we are going to jump into this one now. The sounds of Brian and Andale. Let's go with this one. Out to Steve saying, "React to Fireboy, Ed Sheeran, Peru, the official remix video." I've already done the reaction to that one, my friends. You can check it out on the channel. That went up around 15 minutes after the video actually finished premiering. I was very happy with how quick we got that one up. So please do go and check it out on the channel after the stream, though. Do stick with us before we get into these. So this one from, I believe it's pronounced Brian, I'd presume, considering there's 2 N's. This one goes by the name Andale, so we are going to jump into this one this morning. Out to everyone locking in. Out to Brent De Caesar, out to John Brown, out to Joey, KXVU, Steve 009. It's great to have so many of you with us nice and early. I'm loving the fact that we are getting people into these conversations nice and early as well. So without further ado, let's jump into this one. Let me just load up my screen and get this up here. There we go, and boom. Right then, let's get into our first reaction of the day. So, IK, Mr. Fuego, can you let me know a little bit of information about this tune? Get it into the chat. Let's get some conversation going. And as always, friends, let's get some fire emojis going if we are feeling the selection. Let's get into this one first. Bassline's wicked on this. Proper big, proper organic sounding bassline. Proper acoustic double bass.
All the fine kill wanna come my way.
Okay.
Be Annabella won't be for Shade. And I tell the girl say, baby, Andale.
This is nice.
Andale, Andale.
Tell you what I really like. I love the fact it's constantly switching between that sort of very distant muted trombone sound, that sort of sound, which is kind of floating in and out in the background. It's kind of floating between that and these very kind of spacey pad textures as well. It's found a really nice kind of space between them. And again, that bass line is wicked. Proper big acoustic bass sound on this one. And again, something very refreshing in the arrangement. It's not too electronic. It's very kind of organic and acoustic sounding in the arrangement. The drums almost sound a little bit too punchy for the bass line, which I actually quite like. It gives it a very natural kind of free-flowing feel. But yeah, okay, give us some information on this. This newer artist, I presume. This is on around 46k after 3 months, so not someone super established, I presume. However, it sounds really, really good.
Baby, chop the money, I want it for what shit. And I tell the girl say, baby,
let's get fire emojis in the chat if we're feeling it. This is nice, man. It's a good use of the bridge as well, because the bridge gives it that very sort of traditional kind of feel of expansion. It's not just kind of sticking on one theme, it is moving forward, and it does give it that kind of actual songwriter kind of feel. I like the fact that we're getting these kind of stripped back vocal sounds in there as well. It's not all entirely it's not entirely about the lead vocal. We're getting the kind of affected vocals, the almost filtered down vocals, to give it a sense of kind of movement and progression. And again, those really nice kind of subtle horn textures in the top. Really, really nice suggestion, this one, IK. Big up.
I see what's in the plate. Pass it to my rating like it's sunny a day. When I give it to you, baby, no shit. Fire rise up a Jimmy, party after party. Andale, 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 baby, Andale. Chop with the money, I want it for what shit. And I tell the girl, say, baby, Andale. Come into my corner. Anything we do, I no go talk. Yeah, I go give you assurance. This
is nice, man.
Okay, baby,
it's a really good vocal line. I've got to say, the lead vocal on this is pretty killer. The fact it's just kind of cutting through the mix without it being like too overbearing. It's a very smooth vocal texture as well. Really nicely processed. Again, it's really nice on the ears rather than it being like abrasive in any way. Works really nicely, and I think the actual instrumental arrangement on this one is very solid as well. It's the first time hearing Brian. I think I may have reacted to him on one of the live streams before. I do recognise the name, but here we go. IK saying Brian is an upcoming Afropop artist. Some of the acts are Oxlade, Joeboy, Funbi, etc. Okay, cool. Obviously, I've done stuff to Oxlade and Joeboy. Funbi, I haven't yet. I'm assuming he's probably not as established considering the view count on this tune, but we'll see. I might be entirely wrong. This is produced by Spax, again, a name we keep seeing popping up on these streams. This is a wicked piece of production. Clearly, he's working with the right people. This sounds great.
Make I show you things when you don't know. I go give you things we go sweet like domino. No guys, you don't leave me. SOLO.
It is a proper vibe, man. Proper bounce of a tune. You can't sit still to it at all.
All the fine kill wanna come my way. Won't be Annabella, won't be for Shade. And I tell the girl, say, baby, Andale, 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 baby, Andale. Chop with the money, I want it for what shit. And I tell the girl, say, baby, Andale.
Let's go. I think he's doing a very good job of utilising the instrumental as well. Like, as an instrumental with a tune like this, it's quite easy to maybe overstate the vocal presence. I think what he's doing very, very well is allowing the instrumental to breathe and just kind of tap dancing across the top of the texture with it. You know, it's quite easy to almost get sucked in to that sort of approach and maybe do a bit too much too quickly. But I definitely think with this one, he's allowing the instrumental enough room to move, but still getting that vocal tone across. I really like his vocal, I've got to say. It has a very kind of warm texture to it. Again, it gives you quite a smooth feeling, and I think he's doing a fantastic job on this one. We'll let this one run for a couple more minutes before we get into the next suggestion on the listing. We've got a lot to get through today, as we always do. So yeah, let's crack on.
Like it's sunny a day. When I give it to you, baby, no shit. Fire rise up a Jimmy, party after party. Andale, 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 baby, Andale. Chop with the money, I want it for what shit. And I tell the girl, say, baby, Andale. Okay, make it bounce your body.
Nice switch around as well. You know what? We'll let it run to the end as it's only 2 minutes 44 and the tune's pretty much done. There we go, Brian with Andale. Wicked tune, man. Nice suggestion, a great way to kick us off as well. A massive shout out to KXVU, a regular in the chat. It's good to get you in here. It's good to get so many of you in here as well. Out to everyone joining us nice and early. Right, let's crack on with this. Let's change the title because we've got some stuff we're going to be getting into. Out to the live stream crew each and every time. What are we saying about this one then, people? We're getting some fire emojis in the chat. How are we feeling? Are we enjoying this one? Is it a bit meh? Is it a bit all over the place? Let us know your thoughts on each and every tune. I want to get your opinions on the tunes as well, rather than just me sat here waffling. I'm keen to kind of hear from you and let you know and let everyone else know exactly what you're feeling, because these will get chopped up afterwards, obviously, and put onto the channel. It's a good way of everyone who joins us on the live streams getting involved with the actual videos themselves. So there we go. The sounds of Brian with Andale on that one. Big fan of Brian, first time properly listening, massive fan, good stuff. Out to KXVU in the chat. So next on our list today, the sounds of Vybz Kartel. This one suggested nice and early by a man like John Brown, so we're going to get into this one next. But yes, people, do let us know our general topic of conversation on this one, on today's stream, is going to be this. What do we think of this Ed Sheeran remix? What do we think about Ed getting involved with Peru, which is obviously one of the biggest tunes of the year in this sound, essentially? And obviously adding what he does best to it, obviously making it very applicable to a much more kind of Western audience, adding his kind of UK twist to the arrangement and things like that. What are we feeling about the track itself? Do we rate the Ed Sheeran remix? Personally, I think he did a fantastic job of basically utilising Fireboy's sort of vocal melodies and what the tune already had without making it too much about something else. I think he did a really good job of almost paying homage to the tune whilst remixing it, and I think that's something that he's very good at as an artist in general. He's very good at kind of getting involved in other people's sounds, bringing his edge to it as well, but focusing very much on where the sound actually is. We see it all the time when he gets involved with a lot of the UK acts. We've seen him link up with Stormzy, we've seen him link up with Burna Boy, of course, before on the UK side of things. And obviously on top of that as well, how do we feel about these sort of big internationally established artists kind of touching down on the sort of Afrobeat sound? Obviously we've seen Bieber do it a couple of times this year. He had Burna Boy on his album, and also featured obviously featured on the Essence remix. We've seen Drake get involved with Thames. We've seen it kind of floating in and out. I think Chris Brown did a tune with Davido this year as well. But I think he did the tune justice, man. I definitely think Ed did do the tune justice. I think it could have gone very, very wrong. He played it probably a little bit safe, but I think he did it. But I think he did do it justice. Brent saying a new Fireboy and Ed track would have been better. Interesting idea. You know what I think? I think if they were to do something completely new, it would have definitely landed much more in Ed's ballpark. And it would have ended up being Fireboy basically pandering to Ed's audience rather than rather than Fireboy kind of being made the main event. The thing I really liked about the actual video itself was the fact that we got to see Fireboy on the intro. For the first minute and a half, it's all about Fireboy. And obviously, it's his tune originally, and there was never actually a proper video released for it. And obviously, with Ed Sheeran being in the title, it's going to attract a lot more attention. It's going to drag a lot of people into Fireboy's fan base. It was very cleverly laid out. And I love the fact that Ed was cool with it, to be honest with you. But then on top of that as well, Joey saying, I think Ed did justice to the track. IK saying Ed did a decent job. I think that's what it is. I think it's not like I don't think it's an exceptional I don't think it's like an exceptional remix. I don't think it's gone anywhere anywhere mind-blowing. I think what Ed has done is basically made the tune accessible to a much more Western audience that may not have ever heard of Fireboy or may never have stumbled across him. And I think that's a really good thing to do from Ed's perspective. Just kind of adding extra spice to the tune. People will obviously go and listen to the original off the back of that. And yeah, I think it's a really good move, man. I think Ed did it justice. Overall, I think it's a collaboration that works. But yeah, out of all of those collaborations, what would you guys say is the one that's worked the most? Out to Taiwo saying Chris Brown does it best for Afrobeat. Alongside that, Brent DeCesar saying Bieber also did a Peaches, did a remix also. Taiwo saying it wasn't that exceptional for me too, but it's cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where the general feeling on this one is. Like, it's not mind blowing. Again, I've already put my reaction to it up. I think I think it's done what the tune needs to do. You know, it's given it the extra impact. It's given it a more kind of global reach, which is the most important thing. Joey saying, I saw an interview with Ed before the song came out. He was referring to the original version as an earworm that was stuck in his head at the time. Again, that's pretty much what I think happened. I think in this scenario, Ed has gone, I really like this song. I don't really have anything coming out over the Christmas period, so let me link up. I definitely think that's something that that Ed has done before, and I definitely think it works, and I think it does get, more than anything else, this benefits Fireboy more than anyone else, by the way. Like, Ed's going to get a few extra kind of props for it, but we know Ed does kind of dip into different sounds and different genres that are kind of outside his comfort zone, to the point where his comfort zone, we don't actually know where his comfort zone is anymore. But I definitely think this is something that benefits Fireboy more than anyone else in this scenario. Right, let's get back into some more music then, shall we? Thanks to everyone for getting involved. Taiwo saying Davido and Chris Brown fire emojis. Faith saying please react to Like That by Davido. We can add it to the list for the day. Out to everyone joining us. Out to Faith joining us in the chat as well. Good to see you. As always, if you are new to the stream, make sure you are hitting that like button. It makes a massive difference if you are getting involved. If you are hitting that like button, it means more people see the stream. We pop up on more timelines and more news feeds, so please do get involved in that respect. Press the like button. Takes a second. Out to Kome joining us. How are you? What's happening? Just got in. How are you feeling? How's your Christmas Eve going? Good to see you. Out to Taiwo saying blow my mind, lower body, shopping spree, all bangers. Davido and Chris Brown is always a bop. Again, that's another one. It's a link up we've seen numerous times. And sometimes it's kind of, once you find an international formula that works, you do kind of stick with it. So yeah, not mad at that at all. Out to Dominic Andrews, bro, shout out from NYC. Thank you for joining us. Where is everyone locking in from today, people? I love finding out the kind of global reach of the channel. That's something I take a lot of enjoyment out of. Let us know where you are locked in from and how your days are going. What's everyone's plans for Christmas as well? Is everyone having a chilled out one? I'm going to have a chilled out one. I need a chilled out Christmas. I always end up absolutely battered by the end of it. Which I'm going to end up doing tonight. But yeah, let's get to this one then. Out to John Brown, I think it was, who suggested this one. This is Sociopath by Vybz Kartel. As always, love what Vybz Kartel does. He is, without a doubt, one of the most established dancehall artists worldwide. There's no getting away from that. We're going to get into this one, probably play about 2 minutes of it, and then jump into the next one, because I've been waffling at the start of the stream. But it's good to see so many of you here, and I get excited when we actually get to have these conversations. So, let's jump into this one. Vybz Kartel, Sociopath.
Yeah, I know when the purple ears and blaze, down our ears. I smoke for days. Yo, Deva. Tell Newton to lift up everything. Yo, psycho, yo, banger. Man, a killer from birth real, psychopathic sociopath. My psyche vala show so far, me like if he has strike you with a motor car and photograph the scene.
It's an interesting direction.
Knock him out, a dose of Foley feel. Me captivate the fans like Coca, hold the fiend. Me do this easier than...
I often feel with Vybz Kartel that he might be one of the few people that might actually suffer a bit much genuinely from being so consistent all the time. I think genuinely, when you look at his catalogue, he has had so many bangers over the years. Like, banger after banger after banger. His consistency is absolutely through the roof. And I think when you kind of couple that with just how solid his instrumental choice is, obviously, there isn't a producer in this world that doesn't want Vybz Kartel to vocal one of their tunes, you know? And if you're in that sort of dancehall, bashment, even reggae kind of world, you want, if there's one person you can kind of pick, realistically, it's probably Alkaline or Popcorn, but after that, you will always be keen for Vybz Kartel to vocal one of your tunes. Out to Joey saying, which Christmas? I heard Santa got Omicron. That sounds like a very weird Christmas song, I've got to say. I heard Santa got Omicron. Cub, what are you up to? But yeah, no, this is nice, man. Again, very synthy on the instrumental, very kind of fluttering instrumentation, and Vybz doing the more sort of poetic approach that we've kind of known him for over the last few months. Very, very clean, and again, a slight electronic vocal, but there's so much presence in his voice. He could probably talk for an hour, and people would find it interesting and find it sonically pleasing to listen to. It's his vocal that carries him.
Breathe it. That's another album by this evening. That's another Billboard banger. Yo, ears, yo, fear, fierce one, new tone, rise the bomber. Stammer, hammer to the copper, proper burial. We're mad medical, we're hot Senegal, we're too lyrical. Teacher, school principal, chancellor, the boss of the world. Gone with your girl, Miss Auntie, leave panty, lean pan me, feel like.
The flows are cold though. He's almost dipping into sort of like UK grime flows on this one, man. Going through the but like kind of rolling almost like 3/4 over 4/4 with the sort of patterns. Again, we know Vybz is a master at this game, bro. We know he's been doing this for a long time. We know that he has this ability to kind of move between sort of flows and sort of rhythms and melodic structures. We know he is on this kind of top tier level and always will be in my eyes. I don't think this is really getting me out of my seat, but I like the flows on it. Again, I feel this is definitely one of the scenarios where he's gone, right, I need to make a tune today. I'm gonna put this one together. It's solid though. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely it's the example I always give of this almost being too consistent thing is along the lines of if you've seen in the UK, if you've ever followed UK sort of stuff, P Money is the perfect example. I say it on the stream quite often, that if you are too consistent too often, you become normalized as being too good, and your good becomes average to other people, if that makes sense. Like your like top tier level becomes normalized. If you're always at the top, it's almost kind of advisable to make a couple of tunes that don't pop just so people can see the rise and fall. I think anyway.
Eat from me, clean body, sweet addy. Yo, my motherfucker. Real psychopathic sociopath. Beep, 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 beep. Psychopathic sociopath. Beep, beep, beep. Real psychopathic sociopath. Psychopathic beep, beep, beep. Sociopath.
I like the use of the scratch.
Sociopath. Beep, 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 beep. Psychopathic sociopath. Beep, beep, beep. Real psychopathic sociopath. Psychopathic beep. Real sociopath. Yo.
Sounds like UK hip hop juggling, bro. Sounds like I've forgotten the name of the JLB. Is it JLB? It might be JLB. I can't remember the name of the guy. JFB. The what's his name? The new Scratch DMC champion. That's what I always hear because on the breakfast show that I run, I play a lot of UK hip hop. Like High Focus or something. It's a label that's very important to me. They're for me. They're the most important UK hip hop record label. Very much central in kind of pushing that sound forward. I really like the fact that on this in particular, you do kind of get that use of kind of scratching and kind of working the vocals in. I've always liked that as something people can do. It does sound a little bit kind of 90s or early 2000s, maybe something off like 50 Cent's Massacre or like the Slim Shady LP or something like that. Very sort of almost OTT hip-hop. But yeah, the overall arrangement is solid, man. It is solid.
Skiller than German school, skiller than Art Trust NTA, skiller than the NBA, skiller than cool, skill archie, skill cool. My rifle steel soul, Greek bone like sea stone. Great standard time greatest. Figure it out, I'm going in me ever up. What is a down? Me reps the country and for town a port. More me find me sound Waterford. Black 4, Black 5, ever live. Never drive, psycho shoot, bang a drop, bam. We not cheerleader but pam pam. San Francisco do the tank.
It's got a lot of energy.
What's wrong? Baby,
again, looking through the chat, how are we feeling about this one? Joey with the fire emojis. IK saying decent but generic. Again, I would say it is moderately generic in its arrangement. Like again, there's nothing that leaps out at me about this one, but again, you do have to kind of take into account with that how consistent Vybz is, and I definitely feel he almost sounds like he's got a formula for tunes like this. There's loads of people that do, even people like Anthony B and Sizzler, like a lot of the kind of older kind of reggae kind of lot have this kind of formula they know how to stick to, and I think alongside that as well, I mean, Vybz is definitely one of the people at the top of the game, but when you look around a lot of kind of dancehall, there is definitely a sense of kind of using, I suppose, structures and using kind of templates to build tunes. I think this is an example of that, but I don't think it's a bad showing from Vybz whatsoever. I do like the arrangement. I think he does a good job of kind of switching around the flow patterns on this one. Not my favourite Vybz Kartel tune, but it's nowhere near my least favourite. It's a solid Vybz addition, I think. Just going through the chat, Dominic saying DJ Neptune for you. Can you listen to that one? It came out yesterday. Also saying review CK's new EP, Boyfriend. I've done a few tracks off Boyfriend already, and I'm pretty sure I have actually done for you. I'm pretty sure I've already done the. We did do a full listen through to the DJ Neptune album. Let's get into this. Yeah, I have already done a full reaction to that track. It is available on the channel already, so we'll move through that one. Please do get more requests in, though. I have to sit and listen to DJ Neptune's new album. Lots of collabs with reigning Afrobeats artists. Definitely listen through the album. For me, genuinely, it's one of my favourite albums of the year across all sounds and genres. I think Neptune did such a good job of kind of arranging for kind of arranging so many different elements of kind of what's going on in the Afrobeat sound right now, kind of combining a lot of AMA piano sort of sounds in there as well. The actual artist listing on that album is actually absolutely through the roof. The collaborative levels are incredible. But yeah, do go and check out that album if you haven't already. We'll listen to a couple more seconds of this one and then get into the next suggestion because we've got so many to get through.
That's right, Waterford, Portmore, represent a teacher list. Top striker, FIFA feature list. Rat for dead, set the trap. Eager this. Rat for dead, set the trap. Yo, my motherfucker. Real psychopathic sociopath. Psychopathic sociopath.
I do like the scratch.
Real psychopathic sociopath. Psychopathic sociopath. Real psychopathic sociopath. Psychopathic sociopath.
Yeah, this is solid, man. Again, the thing with Vybz is I hear a new Vybz Kartel tune every week. Like, and when you are releasing music that consistently in a sound which is, I don't want to say limited, because I don't think dancehall is limited at all. I think the possibilities are endless, but there are still kind of genre brackets that he will always sit within. And I think when you're releasing a tune a week, it is difficult to kind of sound completely unique on every single tune, but I think he does a wicked job on this one. Again, right then, out to everyone in the chat right about now, out to Dominic, out to Fish Kush, saying, bless up from Jamaica, play The Lyricist by Kartel. We can get into that one a little bit later on. Dominic saying, love this flow, but it's not unique. Honestly, I've already read that one. Como saying, I like this song. Fire emojis. How are we feeling about this one in the chat, people? Get some fire emojis in if you are feeling it. If you're not too keen on it, let me know as well. I'm always keen to hear from you in the chat about how you are enjoying the tunes. It's great that we've managed to kind of establish so many regulars in the chat as well. It's great getting so many of you into these conversations. I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you, I've got to say. Right, let's get into our next suggestion then. Steve-O, you have your wish granted at long last. Mamacita. This one, Tiny Temper and Wizkid. We are going to listen to Tiny Temper. Wow. I never thought I'd be listening to Tiny Temper on this channel. That's a lie. I have listened to Tiny Temper on this channel before. I can't find it. It's not on YouTube. There we go. Obviously, I can't spell. 16 million views 5 years ago. There we go. Adverts are doing me in. We are going to get into this one next. People have been asking for this one for a long period of time. One person in particular, and we have finally got round to doing it. There we go. I think I actually reacted to a Tiny Temper tune when we did the Does It Still Bang series ages ago, which was kind of looking back at tunes that used to get played on Channel U back in the day. Again, for those that aren't aware, Channel U was a channel here in the UK that used to play sort of UK grime and UK rap and UK hip-hop, and it was a thing that a lot of us as youngers kind of gravitated towards because we got to see the people that we were listening to in our headphones actually on telly, and it was always kind of a cool thing to see. But yeah, this it's going to be interesting to see this. Tiny Temper's such an interesting character, man. I always feel like he could have done so much more, but then he's got tunes that are all sitting on like 15, 16 million, so he clearly has absolutely slapped it. I don't know how relevant he currently is. I don't know if he's currently active or anything like that, but yeah, it's an interesting one, definitely. Right then, people, if you are locking in, please make sure you are hitting that like button on the side of the page. Every single like we get on the video encourages more people to come and watch, so we can actually start to get lots more people into this chat. The aim is, over the course of the next year, to get these live streams up to like a really solid amount. Like, ideally, I want to be hitting like 100, 120 locked in like at any one time by this time next year, and we can only do that if you guys do get involved. So hit that like button. It makes a massive difference, and yeah, I'm always enjoy myself when I do these ones, so thank you to each and every one of you joining us as well. Let us know where you're locked in from in the chat, people. I really like looking at the kind of global kind of community we're able to kind of look through on this channel. I love doing these live streams more than anything else because we get to have so many different suggestions from so many different kind of areas of sound. I love the fact we're starting to get dancehall suggestions in here as well. It's kind of the sound I grew up listening to, so yeah, this is very much a lot of fun. So we're going to get to this one now. Tiny Temper, Mamacita featuring Wizkid. An interesting link up. We're going to listen to about 2.5 minutes of this one. Let's go. What on earth is going on? Okay. Okay. This is a very different direction from Wiz. Can't believe I've never heard this. So yeah, this one came out in 2016. Tiny Temper and Mamacita with Wizkid. Tiny Temper and Mamacita with Wizkid, sorry. 16 million views over the course of the last... This has been racking up 4 million views, 3 million views roughly a year. And I've never heard it. This is crazy. Like, this is a tune I feel I should have heard. I didn't even know this existed until I started seeing it suggested in the chat. How are we feeling about this one, people? Have you heard this one before? How are we feeling?
I like your style. I like your style.
Very UK.
So high, like Amber Rose without the foreplay. 4-5s, we getting money, baby.
Those drums are so like
taking selfies, though you're so vain.
Like
don't
bougie.
lie, you know I love it, baby. No way. Yo, my, you know I like the way you rotate. Close ties, Copacabana, ring your Dolce. All lies is on my lady, but it's okay. I know why. You're super wavy, baby. Baby, you're my cup of tea, and I really wanna be.
I'm getting very much sort of like Sunset Miami American hip hop vibes. I'm trying to think of like the groups that were the names just aren't jumping into my head. But this is according to Dominic Andrews, I believe this was before Wiz started transitioning into the smooth vibes. I can definitely see that. And I think this like Jules Santana, that sort of sound. But I'm just getting like Miami, like Florida. That's the sort of area of sound I'm getting off this one. Very kind of bright sunset kind of vibes. This is cool, man. It's cool. It's cool. And again, I've never been the biggest fan of Tiny Temper. Like for me, Tiny Temper is wifey rhythm. Like that's Tiny Temper for me, and like Pass Out. That's Tiny Temper in my world. But seeing this is really cool, man. It is kind of cool.
In your company, any good thing coming is gonna come to me when I pop.
The little dips into the American accent do kind of jar me though, I can't lie. From Tiny.
Don't believe it, and haters gonna dislike. Cheesy like Chris, like tripping. This is sick life. Now I'm singing this like. Oh, Mamacita, come let's get more familiar. I like your style. I like your style. Hey, Mamacita.
It is a bop though, isn't it? Throw a little jive out to this one, definitely. Yeah, man. I'm gonna add this to my classics playlist. This is fun. Out to I hope he's still in the chat because we finally got round to doing this one. Out to Steve-O for suggesting this one, Steve009. If you are in the chat, do let us know. Let us know if you're enjoying. It's a bit of a banger. I can't lie. Do you know what? I always love hearing those kind of sort of South American horns, like almost kind of Mexican, sort of Colombian sort of style, Latin horns. For me, that is the best type of horns. I really like these big kind of almost mariachi sounding kind of melodies. I think Wizkid sounds really clean over this as well. There's a lot less kind of focus on kind of raspiness in his voice. It's more about just hitting the notes and hitting the notation. Not that much kind of electronic editing going on. Obviously, I'm assuming there's a little bit of pitch correction, but there's nothing that's like creatively electronic about it. Definitely works though, man. I'm a big fan of this. Out to man like Steve-O for consistently suggesting this one, because we would have missed it otherwise. Big up you.
Yeah, we grew up learning things the hard way. Close ties, you only make it if you go free. Don't die, remember starting up my own wave. Won't lie, I used to bust it, baby, no train, no sky. Now when you bust it, baby, throw shade on those guys. You know I like you back in no way. Oh, nine, you used to call me on my house phone. Late night, my mom
out to Joey saying Will Smith Miami. I'm definitely getting Will Smith Miami vibes. Like I'm definitely getting Will Smith vibes in general, man. Like it's weird. On a side note, has anyone seen the Will Smith series on Disney Plus, the nature one? It's mental. One of the craziest things I've watched in recent times. I've watched the first 2 episodes where he goes to Peru. I think it might be Peru, or no, it's not Peru. It's somewhere off the coast of South America, I think. And he goes into a volcano, and then the second one he goes to the bottom of the ocean in like a little pod. And some of the camera work on it is absolutely crazy. Just a side note, because Will Smith's name's popped up, and that's what I'm associating with him at the moment. But yeah, go and check that series out if you haven't already, and if you've got Disney Plus.
But it's okay, it's your time. Protect, believe my baby. Baby, you're my cup of tea, and I really wanna be in your company, because the whole industry is
it's so UK, isn't it?
On the gram, save some for me. Hotter than 81 degrees, yeah. None of them girls got nothing on your sleeves, yeah. And haters hitting this like smiley with a kiss like scrolling through your pics like got me singing this like. Oh, Mamacita, come let's get more familiar.
I can imagine this doing well in the clubs, man. We are going to leave it there, though. I think I've had enough of that one. I'm enjoying. I feel like I shouldn't enjoy this one as much as I do because it's so typically cliche in the way that it's like a UK sound. It's got an international kind of hook on it, and then it's got these big kind of very kind of classic sounding, almost mariachi horns on it as well. It's so typically UK, kind of picking and choosing different elements. You always hear it. Once every couple of years in the UK, there's a tune like this that does crazy. But there we go. Right, getting into the next track on the suggestions. The next person to suggest one was... who hasn't already suggested one. Let's keep going. Down this listing. Right then, Techno, Make Up Your Mind. This one, a suggestion from Joey earlier in the show. Let's get into the sounds of this one. How are we feeling, my friends? I hope your Christmas Eves are going well. Thank you for joining us on the stream. It's always good to see so many of you in here. I always enjoy seeing so many of you, as I always say. Throw a like on the video if you haven't already. Today's absolutely... Jesus, we've only got 25 minutes left. That's crazy. Make Up Your Mind with Ice Prince. Is this the right one? Joey, let me know in the chat if this is the right one. Make Up Your Mind featuring Techno, the Ice Prince tune. Let me know. Oh, how are we all feeling, my friends? It's good to see so many of you. I'm having a great day today. But yeah, let me know, Joey, if this is the right one. I want to make sure we are listening to the right one before we jump into it. Oh, Mamacita. Stuck in my head now. It's going to be stuck in my head for the next few days, which is very distressing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that Fireboy remix is going to do absolute bits. It's going to do bits views-wise as well. Crazy stuff. Joey, my friend, we are waiting for you. Brent Caesar saying he is next on the listing. You know what? So you are. I've completely got that wrong. My apologies. Brent, we're going to get into that one now. Gone Girl by Sarz. I've got that very, very wrong. My apologies. So, Joey, we're going to get into this one next. I've misread the chat, basically, so we're going to jump into this one first. We'll get into both of them. We'll do both of them. Don't worry. Oh, this came out recently. Yeah, this is a slap. What? I have to confirm the age. There we go. We can't watch the video because I'm not signed in because I'm on a temporary account for this, just so you don't see my login details. But yes, we will get into this one now. Abong JR and Sarz. I've got to say, I've been loving what Abong JR has been doing in recent months. He had a wicked link up with Passaloo. He had a wicked link up with Little Sims as well. Point and Kill is one of my favourite tunes of the year. And the tune he had with Passaloo as well, absolutely solid. I'm loving the fact that Abong JR is getting so involved. I'm on the wrong tune. Cub, what am I up to today? What am I up to? I'm just all over the place. We might have a bit of an issue here. Let's see if I can find an audio. Right. Official visualizer. I don't think it's going to let me watch it, guys. It's not going to let me watch it, which is a shame, because I was quite keen on listening to that. Yeah, it's not going to let me listen to it without signing in, and I can't sign in on on this account. So there we go. That's a real shame. Let me see if I can find it on Spotify. Let me see if I can find it on here. Gongo, yeah? I'm going to move this over here. There we go. It's a slap. This is really nice, man. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me almost of like weekend style stuff more than anything else. The way it kind of sits, the way it sounds, absolutely crazy. Sorry, I've got loads of stuff popping up all over my screen here. But yeah, the way it kind of sits and sounds, really nice kind of use of space, really nice kind of explosive texture as well. Love the kind of use of audio as well, like the kind of depth that's being thrown out to this one. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around my screen to try and get this up on the layout. But yeah, this sounds really cool, man. Again, I really like what Sarz has done with it. I think Abong JR's layout is fantastic. Again, he's been doing some wicked collaborations recently, some really, really clean vocal features as well. And I really like just the way this sounds so different. Out to IK Fuego saying Gone Girl is such a good track. I like the disco pop soundscape mixed with a hint of Afro pop. Definitely. It definitely draws on a lot of different elements, and I love the fact that it is such a kind of spacey kind of arrangement on this one. Again, I've definitely heard this tune before.
Have we changed and split into two? Do we even know each other? Do we even know each other anymore? I look at you and don't see anyone. You're so far away. Am I losing you? Ooh, can't keep plotting. Something is different here, and I can't bear the silence. Always ends up in tears when we try to hide. Try past warning signs, run the line.
I'm almost getting lost in listening to this one, man. It's got such a cool kind of different vibe. I won't lie, not being able to play it on YouTube's proper thrown me because I'm trying to make sure I can get everything up on screen without everything falling down. But this sounds really nice, man. It does kind of remind me almost of the sort of transition The Weeknd's been going through recently, going into that sort of 80s, almost disco sort of style. Really, really nice. Out to Joey, this is the title for future reference. Yep, cool, that's loaded up and ready to go. Thank you, Joey. We'll get into that one next. But this sounds really, really cool, man. This sounds really, really nice. I love the direction of it. Again, the use of space on the vocals is fantastic. I love the fact that we're seeing more and more of Abong JR as time goes on as well. Just looking through, just go quickly look through some of the most recent features. Style and fashion is crazy. I haven't heard the link up with Take a Day Trip. I definitely need to. This one, Point and Kill, again, absolutely wicked tune. It's awesome to see just the progression from an artist perspective, man. Really, really cool to see. Let's crack on.
Baby, let me try and make this right. Whoa, baby, let me break my hold you know. Missing out, wish you were here. Baby, let me break my hold you know. Missing out, wish you were here.
This is awesome. Are we at a point now where we can actually fully recognise Sarz for the genius that he is on a production level? Like, for me, Lil J and Sarz Love and Attention is the tune of the year. Like, I think that for me has been the most impactful tune of the year for me in regards to how I see sound and how I kind of take sound in. That's the one that's kind of changed my sort of thought process the most. But Sarz in general this year has been absolutely outstanding. Like, again, let's have a little quick look through the catalogue as we are on Spotify. I don't really use Spotify very often. You can probably tell by the fact that there's nothing on here. But is this the only thing he's listed on as being as a single? Because he's done so many wicked pieces of production. Oh, that's a shame. Not really a fan of that. That's the only tune on here that on his Spotify profile. That's very weird. We'll crack on. Production is absolutely outstanding on this. Everything from those kind of everything from the keys to the rolling bass line, the kind of kick drums, the way they definitely kind of swirl together. This is really, really, really tidy, man. This is really nicely put together, I've got to say. Love the sounds on this one. We are going to leave it there, just so we can crack on with a few more reactions for the day. But again, what are you feeling about this one in the chat, people? Do make sure you're getting your fire emojis in if you are feeling this one. Massive fan of this one myself. It's annoying that we couldn't watch the official visualizer. It's happened a couple of times now where you have to confirm your age. I think with YouTube as well, you have to confirm your age with a credit card, which I think is so dumb. I don't understand why you have to confirm your age to watch visualizers. It's so stupid. Like, I never really understand that. Kome saying my internet gave up. I'm on a secondary connection. Well, thank you for making the effort to still be with us. Always good to see you in the chat. Joey saying this is a dope song. Weekend meets Afrobeat. Kome, we just listened to Abong JR and Sarz with Gone Girl. Again, really cool sounding original tune, this one. Out to Bronny Rain. Fire emojis. Dominic saying I agree with Joey. Definitely on that kind of weekend vibe, man. Again, are we weekend fans in the chat? I saw a couple of days ago that the first album off Trilogy is now 10 years old, which is absolutely crazy to me. At some point, I'm going to do a Trilogy live listen on this channel. We're just going to sit here for a couple of hours. I might even do it on radio, to be honest with you. I'm going to do it with my boyfriend. We're both massive Weekend fans. I think we're going to have to do that at some point. I hope he does do like a Trilogy reunion tour as well. I definitely would love to see that. But right then, people, we've got a couple more to get into, and the time is absolutely zooming by today, so we are going to jump right into this one. The sounds of Ice Prince with a wicked tune called, I believe this one is called Make Up Your Mind. There we go. Out to everyone joining us on the stream today. It's good to see so many of you joining us on Christmas Eve of all days. I hope everyone's Christmases are looking smooth. I hope we are all going to have a very enjoyable holiday break. I am still going to be posting on YouTube. I'm just not going to be super active. I'm going to have a little bit of time to myself, a little bit of time to relax over the... a little bit of time to relax over the holidays and recharge. We just got the go-ahead for the new Trickstar studio. We have the keys, so you'll actually see me back on radio a lot more regularly. We'll be uploading daily clips to the channel from the sort of conversations and stuff we've been having. Out to Dominic saying Sarz and World D have a collaborative EP album. All the songs on there are fire. I did not know that. I'll have to check that out. That's very solid. IK, we do one suggestion per person, and then if we run out of new people, we then go back to the top. However, as you suggested loads at the top, you can choose the last tune when we get round to that one. I'm just making up the rules as I go along, to be honest with you. It's a live stream on YouTube. Like, there's no rules. We make it up as we go. Right. Merch coming soon. Ice Prince, this one, Make Up Your Mind, featuring Techno. I believe this was suggested by Joey. Let's get into it. This come out 4th of September, so last year. Okay.
Today you be loving me.
Woo! Instrumentation's clean.
I don't know what you want from me.
Again, drums on this are really nice, very cleanly processed on the rhythm. It's got that typical kind of shake to it. Rhythmically, this sounds fantastic. The use of the different kind of shakers kind of combining to give it that sort of natural sense of syncopation. Very clean. Again, on the instrumentation level, I'm loving that sort of melody line that's running through the middle. It almost reminds me of... is it Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time? The actual the keyboard sound sounds very similar to the sound that's used in that, which runs throughout the middle of it. Take a listen as we're listening through. And again, those subtle little kind of influxes of really kind of cool saxophone sounds as well, and muted trombones in there as well. Very nice. Out to Joshua joining us. This is nice, man. Wicked suggestion.
She said she like the kind guy with it drop the dollar. 6-figure brother with it pop the collar. Big Benzo with the lights for corner.
Let's go.
Icy gunner. Turn up the place.
Prince is wicked, man. Like, Ice Prince is definitely someone that if there are people that I discover through this channel, and obviously the journeys that we go on, both through these live streams and of course through the actual reaction series that we record, Ice Prince is definitely someone that I've very much enjoyed getting to know a bit more about. Really like his style, man. I really like the fact that he's so smooth with it vocally. And again, I really like the intro to this one. The vocals are clean. It's very uplifting. The kind of constant kind of drifting in and out of those pieces of brass are very clean as well. This is a wicked suggestion, man. Out to Joey for joining us. Out to Joshua saying, could you react to Magic by Saison? I think at this point we might have already run out of suggestions time-wise, because we've only got about 11 minutes left on the stream. I'm going to try and fit a couple more in before we do finish off. However, I have got a shoot I need to, like a video shoot I need to go to at 6, which is going to be something that all of you will very much enjoy in the time moving forward. We've got a collaborative scenario going on between 3 different reviewers on YouTube who will review a similar kind of sound, so... very much excited for that. Out to Just Vybz and, of course, Palm Wine Puppy. We're going to be recording with them a little bit later on today, which I'm very excited for. Out to Just Vybz for setting that all up. You'll see the actual video a little bit later on. But yeah, let's go.
And I mean, even downtown Monte Carlo, Desperado, Mercy Lago.
Wake up your mind.
gang guys where they spend money. No be audio money where they end funny. Just last week, my guy they form billionaire.
This is wavy, man. I love the fact they strip back all the instrumentation. I love the fact they stripped everything back just to give that sort of space to maneuver on a rap level. Like when you're doing rap vocals a lot of the time, it's easy to try and throw as much instrumentation behind you. Sometimes it just sounds cool with drums. Just let the drums do the rhythm and let you do the melody, and let you do the kind of the pocket examination. I think Ice Prince sounds crazy on this. I really like the vocal from Techno as well. The video's kind of clean as well. I love this shot here in this in this very kind of black and white, kind of trippy looking room. I don't know if this has been sort of CG'd in or whatever, but it looks like a really cool location.
Disappear, yeah. I'ma make up your mind. If you two they fight, I'ma break up on time. Life no be play to survive, no be crime, but at least I can talk till you try. Try.
Oti dodo, oti bono, oti mono, she bolo, oti bono, oti bono, oti bono, oti bono, oti dodo, oti bono, oti mono.
I like the chords in the background as well. This is nice, man. Musically, the arrangement on this is really clean. I love the fact that we're getting so many kind of different instrumental lines, so many different melodies, all culminating into one wicked harmony as well. Those piano keys kind of sounding very nice in there as well. The constant chord progressions. This is solid, man. Another wicked suggestion. I've just seen a comment pop up on... I'll tell you what, there's certain things that will always get me comment-wise, and there's one comment you've probably seen if you follow this channel with me, which is essentially... when people go, let the video play and talk afterwards. Come on, man. It's a reaction channel, bro. It always grinds my gears. I can't lie. It always does my head in when I see those comments, especially when I leave a disclaimer. We talk throughout the tune, and I will always say there's going to be a lot of cuts and pauses in the video, either for copyright purposes or because we are discussing the tune. The tune's going to get blocked. Like, hardly anything on this channel is monetized, because most stuff gets blocked and we have to get it around certain maneuvers. So, just, yeah, if you're new to the channel, we're going to cut and pause a lot. That's what we do on this channel. Otherwise, I've always said you may as well just watch the music video. Like, that's kind of what most people do, or just read reviews. Like, that's what I've always kind of thought. I've always found it weird when people are, people will say, stop stopping the video. What? Anyway, I'm not going to let that one annoy me. It's Christmas Eve. Come on, Cub. Be in a good mood. Right, next suggestion on the list then. We're going to keep moving through these and keep going. We've got time for a couple more, I think. Let's keep going then. Let's keep going. So we've done Brent. We've done Joey. We have done a couple of these. Taiwo is in the chat. I don't know if he actually suggested anything. Keeping going. I'm just looking through all of these suggestions here. Right, Dominic, we'll get into one of yours then next. Let's get into this one. Flash Balenciaga. I like the sound of that. Out to Dominic saying, true that, no need to reply to all critics. I mean, the thing is, if people get a misunderstanding and they kind of think that this is a... I don't want to say standard reaction channel because it makes it sound like I think I'm better than other people. I definitely don't. Like, we just do quite a unique thing here. Obviously, we come at things with quite a technical kind of angle. We try to break stuff down on a kind of technical musical level. So obviously, if you're just kind of like a casual listener, you may not actually be interested in the sort of technicalities of a song. You just want to hear someone sat here going, woo! And yeah, it's nice every now and then, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. If that's your cup of tea, that's what you want to do. But obviously, with this channel, we like to do stuff quite specifically. And I try to always let people know that as well in the comments. I try not to be rude or mean or like sassy in the responses, because I know that can definitely turn people off. Out to Joey saying he thought it was a post-reaction channel. To be honest, I've got comments on album reviews before when I've put album reviews up on the channel. And with those... When I've put those up on the channel, people have gone, oh, why aren't you listening to the tracks while you're doing it? You can't win. People basically want you to sit, as far as I'm aware, the casual reactionary listener wants to see someone sit here and go, nice. Woo! Yeah. Okay. Without pausing the tune and expecting that to not get blocked by copyright, which I've always found very, very bizarre. Like, come on. Otherwise, everyone would just upload the tune themselves and make money off the tune. Like, that's what would happen. Come on, guys. Think through. Out to everyone in the chat who does understand what this channel's all about, though. I big up each and every one of you. You make my life a lot more fun, I've got to say. But let's get into this one then, suggested by Dominic Andrews. It goes by the name Balenciaga by Flash. We're going to get into this one, and then we will get into the final track of the reaction stream today, which will come from KXVU, as he was in the chat first, and he had loads of suggestions. So IK, get your final suggestion for the day ready, because we're going to jump into that after this, and then we will be done, because I need to get ready. Out to Dominic saying, honestly, I was pissed when I first subscribed to your channel, but now I value your reactions. The rest are boring after I watch you. Well, that's very kind, Dominic. Big up you. That's made my Christmas Eve. Thank you for that, because that's a really nice thing to hear. Out to Bronny saying people are weird. People are weird, man. No, it's not a bad thing. People are weird. If we weren't weird, we'd all be a bunch of robots, wouldn't we, at the end of the day? So I'm going to stop moaning. Come on, Cub, you're better than this. Stop moaning on YouTube. Who do you think you are? Let's get into this one then. Flash Balenciaga, suggested by Dominic. Let's go. What sort of sound is this? Just walked blindly into it. Oh.
Something was a killer, man.
Woo.
Something was a killer, man.
I like the percussion on this.
They're saying for your all, see once was a sinner, man.
Really unpredictable.
I
haven't actually heard Flash before. In the sort, I've never heard a Flash before with this sort of sound either, and I'd really like the arrangement on this. The vocals sort of reminding me a little bit of Rema. I don't know in that sort of, I don't know if that's a kind of quite wide assumption to make, but I can definitely hear similarities in the vocal tone. To a lot of the sort of Rema stuff. And again, I like the arrangement on the instrumental on this one. Again, the sort of very scattered percussive sounds on this one. I'm not really sure I've heard that sort of rhythm before. Again, a lot of different kind of pockets and use of unpredictability in the arrangement. Very, very nicely done. Yeah, this is sounding wicked, man.
Beautiful song, yeah, you bam bam, Balenciaga. My girl, you spicy like Malam Suya, Balenciaga. That baby smoky, Cuban cigar, come and see baby.
This is a slap.
You go do something when you dance down, Balenciaga. Yeah, Malo no quiere, don't be wicked, Malo no quiere. Balance the way you wind up like a gypsy, show my joke.
What a find this one is. Out to Dominic suggesting this one. We have found a banger. This one came out 2018. 3.5 million plays, so I probably should have seen it at some point. My apologies. This is why I love doing these streams, man, because I get to kind of catch up and get informed about things I should know music-wise. That's my favourite thing about doing these streams. Flash has done more collabs and singles. This is from 3 years ago, and he has been MIA since then. That's probably why, to be honest with you, I haven't heard of him. But I'm going to do a little bit of digging. Very much a fan of this one. The percussion is crazy. Love the arrangement on this one. I think this was before Rema. It probably was if this was 2018. I know Rema's a much more recent kind of breakout, shall we say. So it's realistically Rema's probably taken a couple of influences from this direction. That makes sense. I like Rema, man. I really like Rema's vocal. Out to David Andre Hyatt saying Cubcam, big up from Jamaica. Big up you, sir. Thank you for joining us on the stream today. It's great to have so many of you with us. Out to Joey saying crazy tune, and I wonder what you did to get him pissed in the first place. I have no idea. I might have spoken a little bit, maybe. Who'd have thought it? Yes, he is Afrobeat's best kept secret. Well, clearly, if he's been MIA since this, and this did quite well by the looks of things, that's mad though. 5.8k subs, and there's a tune on 3.5 mil. Something's a bit weird about that.
Don't be wicked, balance the way you wind up like a gypsy. Balance Malo no quiere, don't be wicked, Malo no quiere. Balance the way you wind up like a gypsy, show my joke.
Hush on this is stunning.
Tell me where you are. Promise you honestly, I'll reach you where you are.
This is cold. Yeah, you can definitely see. Obviously, clearly, this guy this guy's clearly come before Rema, but you can definitely see the similarities between the two sets of vocals without a shadow of a doubt. Very, very nice. Really nicely arranged as well. That high note that he hit throughout the breakdown, crazy. I love when people just hit those kind of higher pitches. I wonder if he is a producer. You never know. Some people prefer being behind the scenes. That's very true. It's a very valid point, Dominic, as well. There are so many kind of producers in the UK. There are so many producers in the UK that have had that kind of process happen to them where they've kind of been popular and then they've kind of gone behind the scenes. Like Dot Rotten's a really good example of that. He's a lot more working behind the scenes on a lot of big UK tunes now. Again, there are so many in the UK that have done that, and some people prefer it that kind of way. You probably get paid a bit more as well because you haven't got to worry about gigging or stuff like that. You can just sign publishing deals and things like that, and you just get paid on a regular basis. Dominic saying, I wonder if he's... Oh, we've already read that one. David Andre Hyatt saying, did you review Oxlade yet? I haven't reviewed any Oxlade today. There's plenty of Oxlade on the channel, though, which we will continue to review as stuff lands. Kaima saying, my suggestion came out 6 days ago. Glenn Mena, pepper them. I won't lie, sir. I did not realise that was a suggestion. My apologies. We will definitely get into that one on the next live stream. I'll make an active effort to do that one. My apologies, because we're going to get into one more after this, and then we're going to finish up. Because I've got a shoot to go to. Wow, time is flying today. There's never enough time anymore. We are going to be doing live streams over the Christmas break, of course. I can't leave you guys. I enjoy your company far too much.
Stop shop, looking good in anything. I say, damn, sell where you are. I'm not where you are. Yeah. Oh, Guinea, baby, now you totally man, baby. Each other woman, no. Oh, Guinea, baby, now you totally man, baby. Baby, beautiful something, girl, you bam bam, Balenciaga. My girl, you spicy like Madame Suya, Balenciaga. That baby smoke.
Wicked way to begin rounding off, man. This one, a wicked selection out to, man, like I believe it was Dominic who suggested this one, Balenciaga. Wicked tune. Fantastic stuff. Right then, people, we've got one more tune to get into. I've run over again. Considering my job is literally timekeeping on a radio scenario, my timekeeping on these live streams is absolutely awful. I always run over by about 10 minutes. But we are going to get into the final track of the day now. So, man, like KXVU, let me know what you want the final tune of the day to be. You've been super active today, so you get to choose. Let me know in the chat. As always, guys, if you have enjoyed today's live stream, okay, this is a good point. Do we want to end the stream on an upbeat or a somber note? Let's go upbeat. It's Christmas Eve. People want to have a good time. I have a lot of things left to do today, but I want to be in a good mood. Let's end the stream on a high note. And the thing I was going to say as well, people, if you have enjoyed today's stream, please make sure you throw some fire emojis into the chat right about now. I'm really, really keen to hear from all of you, and I hope you all have enjoyed today's stream. I've had a great time today. Every time we do one of these streams, I enjoy it more than the last one. And again, this is another wicked example of that. Thank you to each and every one of you who has joined us today. We're going to get into our final tune in just a second, but let's get some fire emojis in the chat if you have had a good time today. I most certainly have. I've hardly had to ask for people to do the to hit the like button either, which is always good fun. There we go. Fire emojis. There we go. All right. Alpha Ogini with Namaste. That's what we're going to end off with today. Guys, I apologise if I didn't get round to your suggestion. The trick with these live streams is to get in nice and early. The earlier you get in, the more likely you are to be able to get your track reviewed or the track you want reacted to done. So get in nice and early. Out to Emmanuel with the fire emojis. Let us have some fire emojis in the chat, please. Let there be fire emojis. Dominic Andrews with the fire emojis from NYC. Good to have you with us, Dom. It's been a great show today. It's been so much fun. Namaste. There we go. Fire emojis in the chat. Out to KXVU, out to Kome for joining us as well. Thank you for going through all the effort as well with the dodgy internet scenario. It's always good to get people in, even when things aren't going fantastically. Out to Bronny Rain with the fires. Out to Mary as well with the even fierier fires. Are they fiery hearts? Thank you. Yes. Right, so this is going to be the last track of the day, people. We're going to give it a quick review and then move towards the outro. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let's get into this one.
Greetings from the sun. Let the sun rain
Getting immediate Gene Ico kind of vibes off this one. Deanna Taylor flavour.
I cannot come and lie and say I want you when I don't really need you.
Okay.
So let's just keep it simple. Me, I
this is uplifting without a shadow of a doubt.
Twitter no fi rush me, you see me see drop. To my queens, namaste.
Banging ways to round things off. Way you go. You've done it yet again. Do you know what I love about these live streams as well? I keep saying things I love about the streams because I love doing them. The fact we get so many bangers, and more than anything else, that people suggest such bangers each and every time. Like, I'm so rarely disappointed by the tunes. Like, we've only had a couple of tunes where I've been like, yeah, not a fan. Maybe I'm easy to please. I don't think I am. But the average quality, in my eyes, of the suggestions we get in these streams is always so good. This is a slap. The swinging nature, the way it just kind of lands in that sort of one-drop style as well. Drops straight into it. I can imagine the dance routines to this one are absolutely crazy. Those sort of sweeping synthesizers sound fantastic as well. Crazy.
When they see the doings, they go love her.
That vocal sounds amazing, man. Again, I'm getting real kind of Gene Ico kind of flavours off the vocal tone on this one. It really is giving off that very kind of sultry, very smooth, and also quite electronic sounding vocal sound. It sounds amazing though. This is a wicked suggestion, Ike. Thank you for bringing this one to me attention. Again, this is only the audio, so I don't know how big this is. This came out a couple of months. This only came out last month. Wow, I need to do some following up. I always go through through all the suggestions afterwards and make sure I'm following on my main account. He sounds like Rema, but that's not by accident. Oh, okay. At your own time review, Alpha P, he signed under Universal Music. He sounds like Rema, but that's not by accident. He used to do a duo with Rema called RNA. Yeah, very interesting. Alpha, okay, here we go. This is from IK. Alpha Ogini wrote, produced, and engineered this song. He's a veteran sound engineer in the Afrobeat scene. It sounds like it, because this is phenomenal. This is crazy.
Smile for me, baby.
The call and respond between the hook and the vocal. Are you mad?
I don't mind Shakada if you smile for me, baby.
The little pluck guitar in there as well.
They say you better find love on the come up. If they loved you when you broke, then them no go ever come out. But make you no go rush just because you want love up. Carry better baggage.
The switch ups, are you mad? What a slap of a tune this one is. IK, you are spoiling us, brother. This is crazy. This is crazy. What a wicked suggestion. What a wicked way to round off. This is a Christmas present to me, because I'm going to get to explore this one over the next few weeks. What a wicked way to round things off, man. Fantastic stuff. Guys, we are going to start drawing towards a close in just a second. So if you haven't already, please do like the video.
Small goals, now once you succumb, this love shit hurts. Gotta love yourself first. If them never tell you yeah to be spec, babe, lock up. She bond your love. Open your eyes, babe.
So open your eyes, be honest. Take off your disguise. Let the world
I love the sweeping bass line below as well.
One life for you to get another. Mandem señorita. You one type, then you'll be another.
Are you mad? Out to Lepo with the fire emojis, Como with the laughing emojis. We're all just having a good time right about now, but we are going to call time on this one now. Guys, I wish you all a very, very happy Christmas. I've got to say, I've had a lot of fun today. It's been great talking to so many of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic holiday period. I'll probably be streaming at some point next week. I'm going to have a couple of days off, though, from videos as well, just to recharge over Christmas. Obviously, there's not going to be anything landing on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, realistically. Although, something actually, before we do finish up, that I want to talk about. So I put a poll up a couple of days ago in regards to uploading DJ-related content. Now, my background is very much based in kind of music selection and DJing. So what I am planning on doing, because the poll was pretty much leaning in favour of doing it, is uploading sort of 10-minute mini-mixes every month of some of my favourite tunes we've reacted to on the channel. So that's something you can expect over the next couple of days. It might come out Boxing Day, it might come out the day after Boxing Day, but I'm going to start putting sort of 10-minute mini-mixes up on the channel. channel that hopefully we're going to be able to get past the copyright blocks and things like that. They might not go up immediately. They might be a little bit staggered just to get around all the side notes and stuff. But let me know if you're looking forward to seeing that, because I'm very much excited to do it. Obviously, when we get back into the radio scenario, I'm going to be playing a lot more sort of live shows, DJ-wise, and we're going to be getting a lot more sort of clips up on the channel as well from the sort of triple mixes and stuff. I run a dancehall show once a month on Trickstar as well as the breakfast show, but I might kind of split that up into doing an hour of dancehall and an hour of sort of Afrobeat related stuff. So there's loads of good stuff on the way, basically. But do be aware there will be some DJ content going up onto the channel as well. So people, that's it from us. I hope you've had a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve. Enjoy your Christmas Day, and of course your New Year's Eve if we don't speak before. I'm sure we will, but do enjoy the rest of your time, and we shall catch you all next time. If you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Catch you later, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cubcamtv. Stay locked.